Good evening, guys. Let's talk about crude oil today and what are my views on it. Okay, a couple of my friends did take a few trades and it didn't go very well for them. So they wanted my point of view regarding crude. Okay, so this is as always we start with the daily time frame. So this is the daily time frame of crude oil. You can see I've marked the resistance zone, the support zone. Okay, Uh, and this red line over here is as you know, the zigzag lines. Basically, zigzag lines is how I judge whether the market is moving up or moving down, whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend. Okay, so let's start with the zigzag. You can see market started moving higher from the 4th of June and made a higher high. When I say higher high, this is the last high that was formed. When you compare these two, this was the last high. Market went up, it kept moving up, came down, made a lower low, went up and broke this high. So market was moving in a high low scenario. Okay, but here on the 8th, you can see on the 8th of June, you can see this is the 8th of June, it broke the low of third, which was the last low in this trend. Okay, so when this particular break happened, market was giving me an indication that okay, now the structure has broken, it's not forming higher lows. So therefore, I cannot have a positive sentiment on this particular counter. But at the same time, I can't have a negative sentiment too because the market is yet not shown me the structure of lower high and lower low. As of 8th, it has just broken the low of third. Okay, so all my sentiments on the positive sides are over. But yet at the same time, I am not looking for a short trade because market has yet to show me the lower low and lower high trend. Okay, or other structure. So market came down, went up and came down again over here. So 16th, you can see it broke the low of 10th. This is the low of 10th. So 16 broke the low of 10th. Over here is when I came to know that okay, now the market seems to have a bearish sentiment and I should look for a trade on the bearish side. Alright, so that's why on the 17th, if you see, if you go back, if you go look into on the 17th, I told you guys that if the market comes up over here, this zone of 694 to 7,000 level, I will look to short the market. Okay, why this zone? Why over here? Why not from this level? The reason being that wherever you take the trade, you got to make sure your risk is minimum as compared to your profit. Here, why here my risk is minimum because this is the last high. So if I take a short here, since this is the last high, my stop loss would be slightly above the high. Okay, so let's say if I even if I shorted something over here, my risk was around 1.8%. Okay, but what was my target? My target was from here. This was my target. That was close to 11%, but I didn't hold on to here. Somewhere on the 25th, when I got around 7%, is when I squared off all my positions. 24th or 25th is when I squared off all my positions. All right. And then I told people also not to get into a fresh trade over here because the market was in between the zones, the resistance and the support zone. Okay, so getting into a trade in between of a trend is not a good idea because let's say if you decide to short after 25th, you decide to short over here, your gains are let's say just 4%. What if the market goes against you? It's pretty nearly 9%, 9.3%. Get it? So it doesn't make sense. Okay. So that's why I discouraged everyone from getting into a trade here. And I told them to wait for the market to come to this zone and then decide what to do. Now, if the market even came here, I am not recommending you to straight away buy it. You got to wait for market to show you whether it wants to go up or whether it wants to go down. Now, for the market, if it has to break this level, it's not going to spend the time here like this and then break it down. That's not going to happen. Okay. What's going to happen if the market has to break this particular support zone? It might do this and boom, it will break it down. And then come up, form a price action, and then go further down. It's not going to spend time over here before it breaks it out. All right. But if the market starts spending time here, starts doing this, if the market starts doing this structure over here is basically giving us a clue that the market is looking to go uptrend. So that's what I call price action. You got to follow the price action once it reaches important zone and then take your call. Okay, so don't be in a hurry to buy immediately. Wait and see what price is doing. Okay, now you can see market. This was the last low on the 30th. Market climbed up, and now today, the 2nd of August, has broken the low of 30th of July. Okay, so this has happened today. This is going to be my resistance zone for future reference, right? So the market might come down and then might move higher till here. So if I see a price action being formed over here for long, then I would take that long call, but I'll offload half of my holdings here because there's a good chance that price might go here and then fall. Okay, so this also should be around maybe around 2%, 2.5% move. Yeah, 2.5% move, which is not bad at all. Okay, so if you go long, this could be your first target. But if price decides to do this and does this, then once it does this, then there's a good chance for price next level for it to touch. Let me just change this color to be red there. This blue rectangle. If price breaks this in one go, okay. So what you can do is that if you find a price, closing above 6440, closing on a closing basis, daily time frame, if price closes above 6440, then there's a good chance for it to continue going up at hitting this level. But if you see price on a daily basis struggling to close above this, it might trade above it, but if it comes and closes below this, then there's a good chance that price might fall further. Okay, so keep all this in mind when you trade. Now you see this rectangle over here. Why do you think price fell down from here? Okay, I'll show you why. Now let's draw a zigzag backwards to this level. Okay, you can see here, same logic. A low was broken. Soon as low breaks, this becomes my zone where I feel sellers are sitting. So if price ever comes here, there's a good chance for it to be pushed down. Okay, goes down, you can see price tries to make a high, lower low, lower high, lower low, tries to make a high, but then it's not closed above this, right? I mean, it's gone up, but then again came immediately crashing down. It's again broken this low. As I told you, once the structure, this is a lower high, lower low structure being formed. Once the structure got broken out here, this level, let me just mark this level again for you. So okay, see the red line. So we were having lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and there's a higher high being formed over here. Why higher high is broken? The high of the last high. It's one above it. So higher high is being formed over here. So now this particular day, I'm not going to continue having a bearish sentiments towards crude, all right? But at the same time, I will not have a positive sentiment. I'll wait for price action to form. I'll wait for another high to be broken. This high to be broken. Only then I'll know ki, okay, the market is looking positive now. But you can see price again came down close below this level, broke this low, the previous low. So once it did this, I got the confirmation, okay, the trend is again on the downside because a higher low was not formed. Just the high was broken and then immediately the previous low was broken. So the previous trend is continuing now. When this broke over here, this became my zone to short the market. Shorted the market, market went up, short, got the opportunity, lower low form, market started climbing. This is the last high, broke above this. So now the trend is broke up there, it came down, again it broke this last high. So when market broke this high over here, when market came on 4th of June and started climbing on top, broke the last high of 29th of May, it gave an indication, okay, now I'm not going to look for a short trade, but at the same time I will not look for a long trade. Reason being, it has broken the high, it's found the high here. Now I'll wait for this high to be broken off to be sure whether a long trade should be taken or not. Here on the 5th of July, the previous high 2nd of July was broken. Okay, so now we know, okay, the market is looking positive, but immediately it broke the low. So this area over here was really confusing regarding what the market was doing. Hence, I didn't take any trade over here. Okay, immediately low was broken, so I'm not positive anymore, but at the same time, I'm not going to be negative because I'll wait for this low to be broken before I can think of shorting the market. This low was broken on the 16th. 17th is when I told you if it goes to this red zone, red rectangle here, I will short. Price went there, we shorted, made our money. Now the price has come to a support zone. We will wait for it. We will wait to see price action. And once we get a high low being formed, we'll try to take a long position. If not, if price breaks through, we'll wait for price action, and then accordingly take a short. All right. So as of now, I'm not looking to go long. As of now, I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen in a support zone. All right. So if you guys have any doubts, have any questions, drop me a line. We'll take it from there. Cheers.